Okay, so we're back. All right, so I wanted to continue with this card. The advice is for you to take a break from focusing on dating. Okay, and really, this card is all about, with the Four of Swords, rejuvenation in your mind. So, working on the things that I see that keep you up. There's a lot of things that keep you up, mostly at night, sometimes even in the day, first of all, if you're an air sign like me, and I think you had told me that you are, you're constantly thinking, right? We can't stop. We literally cannot stop thinking. And so, but it gets to a point where it becomes exhausting. So, Spirit is saying, take the time that you need to. If you need to take a break, do that. Because if you don't, you're going to really overwhelm yourself to the point of exhaustion, mental exhaustion. People don't realize that you get tired up here just of thinking, constantly thinking and trying to plan and trying to figure this out, figure that out. Whatever brings you peace, Chanel, it could be anything. Like for me, I like being by water. And that, if I go, there's a little spot where I live downtown where there's nothing but water. And I just sit, and it's the most peaceful place for me to be by water. I don't even have to be in it. If I'm in it, it's even better because I feel so good. But water is very peaceful for me. Nature is peaceful. Going to the park, people watching, meditation, things like this. If you're into these things and they help you, do those things that make you feel better mentally, where you can release some of this stress. Because I feel like Spirit is saying you're overstressing yourself. So, that's something that you need to really do to help yourself. All right, tell me more, Spirit, on the advice with this Four Swords. Okay, the Emperor came reversed. All right, so this is how the Emperor looks in the upright. All right, and I just want you to know that what Spirit is showing me is this is your energy. You're in the Emperor reversed energy, where right now you could feel like, for example, you could feel like people need to watch how they come at you. You could feel like you're on the edge. I feel like any little thing could set you off right now. And that's who the Emperor is. They have a very, very sensitive trigger. Okay, so you could feel like anything is triggering you off these days. Anything is setting you off. And so Spirit is saying you need to, the answer to this, to reset yourself and recalibrate. Because as a fellow Libra, I'm a Libra. If I know for a fact, for me, when certain areas of my life are off, I feel off. Like if my money is not where I want it to be, I'm going to feel completely out of order. Okay? If my love life is not right, I feel completely out of whack. If, it just depends on what it is. If my health is not right, I have to go and rest. I can't, anything could really tip the scales when it comes to us, right? So Spirit is just saying, take that break, whatever it is that relaxes you and will put you back at, reset. It's like a reset is what you need, a reset. This could be like taking a vacation as well. If you can get away, even if it's by yourself. And I know it might sound weird. To me, it doesn't sound weird, but to some it might, to take a vacation alone. But sometimes that's exactly what you need to get away from everybody and everything, and just tune out and just take time for you. Even if it's for a weekend, if it's for a day, it's for a night, just to get away. That's what Spirit is saying, okay? Now, I want to put these cards up. I do want to put these cards up, and I have a different deck that I'm going to use because I want to go and look at more so into your love life and see what's going on. Thank you, Spirit. I want to see. I already shuffled this one, so I'm just going to separate the deck, okay? All right. These days I'm working from home, so that's why, when you hit me up, I thought maybe I had, some time that I could get these readings out to you, but then customers kept calling me back to back, and I was like, you know what? I remembered that you were very patient, so I appreciate that. Anytime that you set up a reading with me, I'm going to do it. There's never a time that I'm not going to do it. It might be a little delayed, but it's coming. So thank you for waiting. Spirit Please show me what I need to see when it comes to Chanel's love life. What is going on with Chanel's love life, Spirit? Eight of Cups, reversed. You feel stuck. You still feel stuck on someone that you had to walk away from. What did we pull out earlier? What did I say? And this is not, this is subconscious. So maybe you don't even realize it. Maybe you do. You can let me know when you message me later and tell me how things resonated for you. But this is showing me that you walked away from a situation that was not serving you anymore. And this person could have been a water sign because there's cups. You could have been dealing with this person for 8 months, maybe even a year, okay, or longer. But this is someone that you had to turn your back on. Now you feel still stuck on them. Although you're not dealing with them anymore, this is still lingering. And trust me, I don't know if you know, but when you deal with someone and you have like a tie with them, it's hard. Even if you physically separate from this person, it's hard to energetically disconnect, okay? Because your energy is literally intertwined with them. We're nothing but energy. And so this is why you could still feel this person, Chanel. You could still feel them with you, that you could still feel what they feel, okay? You could even feel them thinking about you, all right? So it happens. It happens. It has happened to me. That's how I know it's real. So the reason why is because we're still energetically connected to the person, right? So this is what it is. Tell me more about this Eight of Cups, Spirit. Tell me more. Tell me more. Now, Three of Cups. So we had the 8 first and now the 3. That's 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 of Cups. You really cared about this person. The 2 of Cups, I'm seeing in my third eye the card for 2 of Cups in tarot. And that is showing me that you really felt like you guys were on the same page, eye to eye, on the same accord. You felt like they wanted the same thing you did when it came to love, when it came to the connection that you had. You thought that this was someone, you had met your person. Now, what happened though is the 3 of Cups, where instead of it just being you and them, who's this other person? There's a third person here, so there was a third party. Okay, now the third party could have been another person. It could have been, not all the time is it a person, but it can also be like their work. This could be that this person, the issue was that this person, you know, overworked themselves and then they didn't have any time for you and building the connection with you. It could be that they were more focused on their friends, their family. You understand? It just anything outside of your relationship that pulled them away from really being able to make this thing stick with you and them. And again, it could have been another person. A lot of times it is when it's the 3 of Cups, okay? So this is someone that they used to get together with. If it's a person, they would drink with them. I see drinks, okay, with these cups. I see that they would party with this person, you know, and cups represent emotions. So they started to catch feelings for this person. If it was a person, there were feelings involved. You see all the water on this card? It's all water. Okay? So, this person who you disconnected from, they're just letting me know what happened. All right? How, you know what? Yeah, let's ask how you can disconnect from them. How can Chanel disconnect her energy from this person? How can she disconnect from them? Temperance. I just heard pray about it. Wow. Temperance energy is Libra energy, and Sagittarius. Both energies. But so what they're saying is begin to pour into yourself. You see how she's pouring into that other container? Pour the love that you were wanting to give to that person, or that you want to give to anyone, even a new person. Begin to pour this into yourself. That's what we talked about earlier, remember? Temperance is allowing yourself, being patient, first of all, being patient with yourself to take whatever time it takes. Whatever. It could take months. It could take a year for you to heal from. This is healing. You need to heal. The temperance is about tempering something, bringing balance to something. You're out of balance because your chakras are out of balance. We talked about it earlier. When you look up the word temperance, you'll see that temperance means to make things balanced. So Spirit is saying, begin to pour into you. I love you. Thank you.